Hi everyone, this is Venkat Munaga, and in this webinar I am going to talk about Glass.Mapper in Sitecore. Glass.Mapper is an object relational mapper framework for Sitecore. So part of this video I am going to cover the overview of the Glass.Mapper and the various types of the configurations and different services available in Glass.Mapper. Finally, I will cover the demo. So before jump on the Glass.Mapper, I want to talk about the .NET. The majority of the Sitecore developers have a .NET background. If you take any multi-layer .NET project, which has a presentation layer and business layer and data access layer. In the data access layer, in olden days, we used ADO.NET. Recently, everyone is using Entity Framework. The reason behind is Entity Framework is an object relational mapper which generates the POCO classes based on the database tables, which is a plain C# objects, which use the C# types, and which will also hide the open the connection and close the connection. It will take care automatically, and it will also support the lazy loading. And one more thing is it is very easy to use and quite famous in the .NET community. So everyone can understand the syntax easily. That's where everyone is using Entity Framework in .NET. The similar way, if you think about in the Sitecore point of view, do we have any ORM like object relational mapper for the Sitecore? If you think Glass.Mapper is one of the famous one. There are the other also there, but Glass.Mapper is quite famous in the Sitecore community. And if it does the similar way of the Entity Framework, and if you see the advantages here, it performs the CRUD operations very easily. If you want to create or delete or update, and you can use the plain C# objects with the data types of the C#, and you can also map easily the basic the Sitecore item to using the attributes. So Glass.Mapper supports the interface. You can declare the model with as an interface or using the class. So if you use the interface, like you can easily write unit testable. It is the code is you can write the unit test cases, and it provides the flexibility. If you want, you can customize your mappings using the custom pipelines, and it also supports the experience editor. Apart from this one, instead of writing the models, you can also use the TDS to generate the models. And the Glass.Mapper, as I said, the Glass.Mapper is quite famous in the Sitecore community. So majority of the Sitecore community can understand the Glass.Mapper syntax and usage. And there it is also like the product also matured, because now the currently version 5 is running, and they're also giving very good documentation while to upgrade from older version to the newer version. So the currently, as I said, like we have the version 5 is there. In the version 5, like they are specifying for each NuGet package for each major version of the Sitecore. So if you see here, so for Sitecore 8.0, we have the Glass.Mapper.Sc.80. If it is the last on 9.1, we have the 9.1 to easily recognize that one. If you install the NuGet package of the Glass.Mapper, you get these DLLs: Glass.Mapper, Glass.Mapper.Sc, Sc.MVC, Sc.Webforms. So if I coming to the configuration of the Glass.Mapper, if I see the auto mapper, generally like most of the .NET people, they use this one. If I see the auto mapper, so this is the also like the mapping of it will do, like if you provide the source and destination based on the name of the property, it will compare and it will match the data, it will convert the data. So even if the type, for example, if it is a source one is the integer and the destination is a string, it will convert. Okay, and this is also very famous, generally we use in the .NET. The similar way our Glass.Mapper also will do the similar kind of the functionality. Okay, so If you see the auto mapper, and this is just like this terminology we are calling as without any configuration. That means if you declare a model as a class, just I show in here, if you declare a class model with the normal properties and the single instead of class, you can also use the interface like without virtual, you can declare this one. So if you pass this one to the class map or the whatever the services, it will convert the data based on the comparison of the property name. Property, it will check the property name matching, it will convert the data. And if I want to go for the configuration in the Glass.Mapper, as I highlighted here, there are the two types of the configurations you can do. One is the attribute configuration, and second one is the fluent configuration. That using the attributes configuration, you will use the attributes to configure, and in the fluent configuration, you will make the same kind of the configuration separate from the model. I will show in the next slide. So if I see the auto mapping, the terminology, if I use no configuration, just you need to use virtual. Okay, in normal C# class, just use a virtual. In the fluent configuration, as I said, when you will, some people likes that one, they don't want to be tightly coupled to the model. I want to separate the configuration from the model. Then you can declare the model just like a C#, how you use that one, and this configuration you can write separately. In later on, if you don't want to use the Glass.Mapper configuration, just if you comment this section, that is enough. You don't need to touch the actual model. So if I come into the third one is the attribute configuration. The name itself will tell you need to be configured by using the via attribute. Okay, there is a two level. We have the model level, second one is the property level. In the model level, we have the Sitecore type is there. Like just now I show the two variations. The Sitecore type, we have the different parameters are there. One of them was the template ID. If I talk about the property level, we have different attributes are there. One is a Sitecore ID, Sitecore field, Sitecore info, Sitecore children, parents, and query is there. Some other things also there. These are all quietly commonly used. That's why I put it here. We will talk about these later. But in the attribute configuration, you will use the attribute to configure the field like class or property. If I see in the there are some major changes just I highlighted in the version 5, like as previously we explained the changes in the NuGet packages because version is adding for each NuGet packages, and 3 classes are absolute in version 5: Sitecore context, Glass view, Glass controller. They introduce a new context like IMvcContext, request context, web form context, and a couple of like site services methods. They reduced that one, and a couple of just some changes in the lazy loading. Okay, these are all like just I will. That's why we'll directly jump on the demo, and while doing the coding, I will cover all these topics. Okay. So to start the demo, I will take some base sample. Just I will open that one. You can access my GitHub. This is a public one. So I will download this Sitecore MVC.pages. So this is the one I done one more video, one already done the video regarding to the this one. You can, if you want, you can go and watch. So I will download this one. So as I mentioned here, this will use Sitecore 9.0 and Visual Studio 2019 .NET Framework 4.7.2. So I downloaded from my GitHub. Just I am moving first ING. Okay. I move to C drive. Just change to Glass. name, and I'm opening the solution. And if you install the Sitecore 9 vanilla version on your local, I provided the package. Just it has the basics, some few templates and renderings, and 3 pages are there. You can install, instead of creating, you can install this package. It will be set up in Sitecore point of view. Okay, I'm opening the solution. I already installed that package in my vanilla version of the Sitecore 9.1. So this is a solution. So I will show my Sitecore instance in the IaaS. So this is the one. Okay, if I check, this is my root path. Okay, just I'm copying that one, and whatever I will go, just quickly explain that one. First I will publish and show the output, and then I will go through that one. So this is the basic version. For this one we will be going to add the Glass.Mapper. Okay, this is without Glass.Mapper. So just if you right click and click on the publish. So we have one profile is that I will show how to create the, I will publish to the local directory. Click on the new, click on the folder, give your targeted folder. This is the folder my Sitecore instance on the IaaS. This is the path I want to publish here. Click on the advanced and change to the debug. Save it. I'm clicking on the create profile. So I will rename local profile new. I put it the name. So if I click on publish, the build will be done and the package will be moving to this where my Sitecore instance is there. I'm clicking on the publish. So before publishing that one, just I will do. So I'm publishing now. Okay, done to this folder. So you can click on here. This is one, right? Just I'm clicking on this one. XP_SC. So I published and there are 3 pages are there. One is the home and I'm clicking on the about. Okay, similar way like I have the contact. So this is contact has this page. So 3 pages are there. If I look into the code, I have the home controller. Just there is no business logic. Just I'm showing the static content. And if I looking into the views also, complete static content. Okay, just now I'm going to be add the model and I will show the without Glass.Mapper, with Glass.Mapper the difference. Okay, so if I come into the Sitecore, my local instance, okay, so I want to show the content. So this is the home. If I see the home, for the home, like it has some page header and it has the body and it has a date and image is there. In the similar way, like every page has those properties, page header and body and date and some image. Okay, now I want to read this data of whenever the particular page is navigating. I want to read the page related data and I want to show that one with the without Glass.Mapper. Okay, so I'm coming to the home page. Okay, for this one I will use a couple of code snippets. for like to quickly complete all the topics. Okay, so this one, first of all, I will declare a model to fulfill this one. First I am creating, okay, at this level. Base item. For this one, public create ID. Okay, this is the base one. Create the models. Just I'm moving this base item to models. So I'm going to be create one more model. Page model, which is deriving by base item. So it has the like what properties I have: string, page header, that is the one, string, body I have. So this is a date time, date. The three properties I'm taking that one. This is the model. So if I pasted the code from the code snippet and just I'm resolving. So this is from the Sitecore MVC presentation. Okay, this is the page model just now I created, and this is the date field is from Sitecore data fields. Okay, so this I'm not at use the class map, just I'm commenting this one. This image section itself, just I will comment. And what is the property we have is page header. Okay, so here what I'm doing here now, just I'm taking the current item where the page is navigating. I'm taking the item, from the item I'm reading the properties. This is also page header. Okay, from the page header I'm reading that one, body I'm reading, I'm from the date I'm reading and assigning to the corresponding fields. And this one, a model I'm passing to the UI. Okay, I'm passing from the UI. So after that, if I look into the views, I go to the index view, just I'm replacing this one. So I'm taking the same page model, and this is a home page, so no class mapper, I'm not using this one. This is model, just I'm displaying the values, page header, so there is no image, no problem, body and date. Okay, so now I'm reading from the home page, I'm displaying here. Before that, I'm going to be change here regarding to the home, and this is a home page header. It is a home page for the details, and I'm giving the 27th date. I'm saving this one and I'm publishing. So I'm expecting this data. So I'm clicking on the publish. So it will publish to my local Sitecore instance. That is done. Now I'm going to be this is my local instance of the Sitecore. Okay, if I see the home page, like, okay, this is the I modified the homepage header, and this is the body, and the 27th is there. So the code is retrieving from the page details and it is displaying. So if I see here, this is the mapping part, we are doing that one. Okay, from here this is the mapping part, and this is here we are fetching the data. Now we have the 3 fields. That's if you have like 20 fields are there or 10 fields are there, like you need to be mapped like this one. Okay, now I will be going to use, first of all, this is I'm fetching the data, reading the data from Sitecore. I will be going to replace this code with the Glass.Mapper. How simple, we will see that one. So from the Glass.Mapper, we need to download the package. Okay, NuGet package. So for this one, Glass.Mapper, if I see, so click on the Glass.Mapper. So this is the official site of the Glass.Mapper. Okay, the where you can see. So these are the different the features the Glass.Mapper site has, that one make it make your code unit testable on .NET types, and okay, these are the different advantages if you use the Glass.Mapper. And if you click on the releases, if I see currently like 5.4.21 is there, you can see each version, what are the different things they added. And if I look into the major version 5.02, like after 4.5, if I see, these are the different changes they done that one. One is as we discussed, the versioning one. For each major version of the Sitecore, they have the different versioning one, and they introduced the new contest, like contents. And these are all like 3 interfaces will replace this Sitecore contest. And if I see, like they explained in detail what are the new features they added there. And apart from this one, and if I see compatibility matrix, okay, this is we already covered. And if you check the blog, I want to show one more thing is documentation. Click on the documentation. If you click on the upgrades, so if it is, for example, you already using the version 3, you want to jump on the version 5, using these links you can prove. For example, you already using the version 4, you want to upgrade to version 5, they gave very clear documentation how to do that one. If in the version 4 you have, if you use something and that will be replaced by this one, this is a, if you go to this documentation, you can easily upgrade from older version to the latest version. Okay, now if I jump on the Visual Studio, I'm going to be install the packages now. So install that one, right click on the references and click on the manage NuGet packages. And if I click on the browser, so as we said, like I want 9.9.1, so 9.1. So if you select this one in the browser, you have these are all packages. And if you select the first one, and it will show the dependencies. So if I see the dependencies, it has that one indirectly core, web forms, MVC. This it has a dependency of, if you install this one, and indirectly it will install all these sub packages. And if I click on the core, the dependency is nothing actually. Okay, this is only one dependency injection related one. And if I click on the MVC, the dependency is a core, and even web forms also core is a dependency. Okay, the why you want individual packages is, for example, if I want to make the models as a separate assembly, and at that time you can go and install the core only, because you will only use the attribute decoration of the mapping. At that time you don't require the MVC. Wherever the MVC context you want to be accessed, then only you will use this one. Okay, now in this my demo I'm going to be install the compile Glass.Mapper.Sc.91. okay, I selected here, I want to take the latest one. Okay, I'm installing now. Okay, if I see here, leave it that one. I think if I see here, we have these are all the packages it installed. Okay, now just I will try to build the application. Okay, it is built, it succeeded. So if I jump on the so what are the it added? If I look into this one is it added the references as I highlighted from here to here. This is the one. And second one is it will add in the application start, it will add these two files. The first one is this one, and if I expand this, it clearly specified don't change this file, because if you try to take the latest version of the next version 6 in future, then it may be the Glass.Mapper automatically update this file. So you should not touch this. If you anything, if you want to write it, go for this one, the custom file. Okay, here you can write it anything you want. Okay, this is second change. And the third change is if you click on the app underscore config and include, it added this configuration part of the configurations. Okay, so now I'm going to the home configuration. So in the about, like this similar way I will try to write it. So IMvc context. So in that one is equal to new IMvc context. Okay, and in the IMvc context dot get context item, I will pass the page model. Just I'm passing here. Okay, here if I see, just I'm declaring the MVC context, and just I'm calling the method context item by passing the model. We no need to do anything these are all. So this is the main single line. This single line I am going to be replace this complete thing, and getting and conversion, everything getting from the data Sitecore and converting into the model, everything is happening inside this one. Okay, let me run this one. Like if I again I need to be pass this one, right? Again I need to be just copy similar way to the about. So this is the about page. This is we are using Glass.Mapper. It will use auto mapping. Okay, I'm publishing now. So I'm clicking on the about. If I look into this, we are at the about, but we did not see this is the default data. Like it did not display anything. We did not get the values of the about page. So this function did not work as we expected. The reason, if I see that one, if I go to the page model, there is no virtual for the property. We need to be we need to add virtual. Okay, this keyword is also useful, like it will use for lazy loading purpose also. Okay, and I will go here. Okay, just I want to show this one. So now I will publish again. Just I will refresh the about. If you look into now you can see the values. So now you understand, if you are using Glass.Mapper for classes, you have to be decorate each property virtual keyword. Okay. The next one is what I can do is I will be going to be change the Sitecore, the name of the property. Okay, and I will see that one whether it works fine or not. So if I go to the templates and demos, I will be going to change property name, so if I see instead of page header, just I'm keeping the header. Now I saved and I will publish now. Now my application, if I go and check in the pages, if I see instead of page header, there's the header. Now I changed the name of the property. So here I'm not here, it is a page header. Now let's run the application and see. If I try to refresh that one, see, I can't see the header. Header is not displayed. The reason is, if it is the auto mapper of the glass mapper, like it will compare the property name and it will transform the data. It will move the data. If the property name is not matching, it doesn't move the data. So if you take about the big project, sometimes if I want to change the one property or a couple of property names, indirectly you need to go to the code and you need to change, make sure all the properties should be modified, and you need to run the unit test and everything should be run. You need to do this much very big process. For that, we need to be now to address this issue, we need to go for the Glass.Mapper configuration. Okay, let's move there. So what I will do is I will use first attribute configuration. What does it mean is, by using like, just I'm here, I'm going here, what I can do is, for this all the models I can, okay, let's go here and change it to the Sitecore ID. Okay, just I'm using attribute one. This is the one. The main is this one. For this, I will use Sitecore field. Field ID. If I give the field ID, what database has that one? Then if I go here, templates, and if I click on here, if I click on the header, instead of the name, I'm giving this ID. Okay, similar way like I am giving for other one, date. Okay, click on the body, just I'm giving for this one. Now couple of properties also I am extending this one, and I will also virtual, I will also use image, use a Glass.Mapper.Sc fields. This image is from the Glass.Mapper fields. Okay, and then I want to add in the base item as a name ID. Okay, name of the item. So for this one, we need to use Sitecore info. Okay, that is Okay, for this one we have Sitecore info type dot name. For the basic things of the Sitecore items, you can use the Sitecore info, and if you click on the Sitecore info types also, you can check these are the things you can use. You can use the name and path, key. These are all you can use it. And for mapping the ID, you can use Sitecore field. How I use it. If I want, I can use the Sitecore like children and parent. You can use this one. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm telling to the C sharp like Sitecore. Okay. Even telling to the Glass.Mapper, don't compare with the property name. Use these field keys and compare in the transfer data. Even if I change the name of the property here or in the Sitecore, it doesn't match. It always go with the field IDs whatever we decorated, because according to the attribute configuration it will go ahead. Okay. For image also I can give it, but I'm not giving, still it doesn't work. Even you have the mixed, some are not decorated, some are attribute configuration. You can, because one model can sit with attribute configuration or without attribute configuration also. Okay. Now I'm publishing. Again I'm clicking. Now I'm expecting the header. So the image, right, like I will go, so like I will this is the one, and in this and in the about also just I'm commenting the image display. So now you can see the header. Even in the database, then in the database, if you take it is a header, but in the code it has a page header, still it will work because of the attribute configuration. Now the images, I think next publishing it will come. So if I come into here, the similar configuration you can do via Fluent. Now attribute configuration is, the configuration is tightly coupled with the model. Now I will separate this one and use Fluent configuration to achieve the similar one. So what I do is, inside this model I will create one more folder, configurations. I create another file for each model. I will create a mapper. Okay, just I created a model which is deriving from the Sitecore glass map, and I'm passing here the page model which contains the config. It automatically will call the config method. So here the first one is ID. I can give this one, and the field for this one dot page header. I can copy this. So the field, that second one is body date. Okay. Name also. Okay. Now from the field ID page header, just I will a copy, and from the body update. If it is it is not the field ID, right? It is the so if I go for the name. So for info, you need to give like this one. These are the fields. Okay, here it is the info, and for the name, I'm giving the Sitecore info type name. Okay, now I'm going here, and I can remove this row. Okay, I go to the base. Okay, so just like this one, I'm ID, I'm fields, and this is info. Okay, I'm matching here. I extracted the configuration and move into somewhere. Okay, now the model is clear. Now I will try to be publish again and check the functionality is working or not. Oh no, I need to be one more step I missed. I need to be you call this one in the custom one. So if I go to the application start and custom, so the maps configuration factory dot add new of page model map. Okay, we need to be you can like for each model you need to create one configuration here just like this, and you can call here. Okay, now I'm publishing. So I'm refreshing. It has to show the data. So now you can see this one, like the image also we displayed, and there is a header and image, and we have the body and the date. So everything is working. So this is the way you want to, if you use the fluent configuration, which will be clean, which will be extract from the model, both are separated. Now we will look into the different services in the Glass.Mapper. Okay, and now before moving to that one, here in the home configuration, I will use that dependency injection for this. So instead of hard coding in each method, so I will remove here. So private int only IMvcContext context. Okay, and I use constructor okay. Now I will use this variable wherever I want to call this one. Now this is simple. Now if I try to be publish this one, and if I run that application, it will give the error, because it will give through the error while instantiate, like use the resolve the dependency. Just I will show that one, what kind of the error it will throw. So just so this one I am refreshing now. So in the meantime it will throw the error, it takes some time. So in the meantime, like we will work on how to resolve that one. Okay, so I am adding like a few two classes at the root level. One is a Glass.Mapper configurator. I'm pasting from the code snippet. So what it will do is, like, for the I'm implementing the iServices configurator, okay, and this is iServices configurator is from the Sitecore dependency injection, and iSitecore service collection is from the Microsoft extension dependency injection. Okay, it will call internally configure, and it will add to this collection the whatever to resolve the dependencies of these Sitecore services, IMvcContext, these are all. Glass custom configurator, and copying the code from the code snippet. Okay, here the same thing. This is also the Sitecore. That is for the, like, whatever the Glass.Mapper configurations, and this is to resolve from my home controller. Okay. Now these two I need to be configured in the app config. So instead of under include folder, I will create one more folder, jet.glass custom. So I create one configuration file. Glass custom config. Okay. So this is the configuration. So what, like, under the Sitecore services, the configurator, we configure whatever we created, we mapped here, and this is the path of that one. Yeah, and this is the assembly name, that whatever this one, if you right click and go to this one, demo.portal is the assembly name that is we given, and this is the path of the okay, we need to create one more thing, is the pipeline is the not found processor. So for this I will create a folder, pipelines. Just from copying from the code snippet. Okay, and now this is the HTTP, like, this processor is implementing the Sitecore pipeline HTTP request one, and within the process it will, this is the code, just I added that one. Now in the configuration, these two and this pipeline also I configured that. Okay, now I will try to be, now if I see, so if you don't do this configuration, it won't resolve the dependencies injection, it won't work that one, then it will do the constructor on the type not found, so it doesn't work, like it doesn't resolve the dependency injection. Okay, so now if I publish it again, so if I refresh, so now it is working. Okay, now we will check the services, rest of the services available in the Glass.Mapper. Now what I will do is, for this the demo, I will show the Sitecore one, just I will, so now if I see here, I have the templates, and there is a product like deals, which is the base deal, and we have a cruise deal and a flight deal, generic deal. Based on this one, I created a couple of products here. This is the roots, deals is the root. Under that one there are the three deals. The one is for Hyderabad, London and Sydney. If I click on the Hyderabad product, and which has the like some flight details and price details and start price, discount price, some couple of details are there. So the main one is, if I see here in the base deal, what are the main, I will show this one here. If I click on this one, so the starting price and price includes, and some header image is there. Now I want to read these three: starting price and price includes, and the header image, and I will show that one. For these three products, I already configured some image for each one. Okay, and this is the one, and this is for the London via cruise related deal, and this is the land related transport. Okay, this is a flight related one. I want to read these products and show on page. Now, up to now, what we done is, for each, whenever the navigating the each page, that page related data we are reading and showing. Now we are accessing the products, other different path of the Sitecore content. Okay. Now for this one, I will be going to be add deals page. So here, deals. Okay, for this one, I'm going to be create the view. So the view is added here. So I'm going to be create the base deal model. So right click on this. Okay, just I'm pasting from the snippet. Okay, this base deal, which is okay, just I'm like, you can also derive from the base item and do this one, but just I'm keeping for the demo purpose. Okay, so what I'm doing is, here is like the base deal has the ID, name, start price, and price includes, and header image. Because if I see here, I can use whatever the name. So I'm comparing with this one field. I will cross check the field ID is same, start price, these are. Okay, go here, go down. So start price, here there is a space between these one. In my local, there is no space, so that's like the advantages of the configuration. FD45 is correct, and second one is price includes 69AA is there, and header image B277, yeah, it is there. And the template ID, I can take it from the flight one. Just I'm hard coding here, because at the time of the saving, why we need the template ID here is, if for getting the data, like there is no importance of the template ID, but whenever you want to create the new product in the database, then template ID, it based on the template only, it will take the schema and it will do, it is required for while creating the product. Okay, just I'm putting as of now. So now I just created the model, but at this time I used the attribute configuration. Now I will jump on the in the home page configuration. I need to fill this data here. So I copied to save the time. I copied from the snippet, just this is the code. I will show that one. So under the deals, just first I will resolve, and I need to include the Sitecore service. Okay, I will use here this one. So this is reserved. See, I'm using this Sitecore service. This is another service. Okay, now if I will quickly explain this one. This is first one is like the two blocks are there. One is a single item to get the item. Second one is to get multiple items. Okay, if I click on here, so if I see here, we have the get item. The get item by path, get item by item, get item by ID, by query, and this role is there. In a similar way, get items also with the same path, like by ID you can get it, and by query, by path, you will get these role. Okay. Now if I jump into here, if I look into the single one, so if I see here, this is the one way to get. One is the Sitecore service dot get item. You need to pass the model, and here I'm passing the path. So this is the path. Let us assume my deal. The deals has Hyderabad, London, and Sydney. Okay, and in the Sydney, this complete path I'm giving, my product path, complete path I'm giving here, and just the lazy disabled I put it here. Then you will get the product. And if I want to get the ID, like to get the product by ID, you need to be like get item deal, and there is a like V options are there. Get ID by options. Like if I want to check, go to here, click on the view in object browser. Okay, just I'm searching. You can see like get item by ID, get item by the query path. So if I see here in the Glass.Mapper.Sc, we have the get item by ID options, get item by item options, get item by path options, get item by query options, and these all will be there. Okay, and you have like if it is items by a function, func also there. Okay, now I'm moving here. This is the way like just you need to create a object from the get items by ID options by passing these two parameters, and you will get that one. Okay, here I am passing the ID. If it is a path, the parameters is same, like I am passing here the path. Here the path is the difference. Okay, and this is the query. This is the deal query. If I see the ID deal path, if I see in the top, this is the path of the product, this is the ID, and for example, this is the deal query. In this path just contains the name with the deal name. What is the deal name? Is a Sydney. I'm fetching this one. These are the three different types. Like you can use the methods to access the single product. Okay. So if I come into the multiple items, the same thing here. Instead of get item, get items. Okay. Here I'm passing the by query. This is the item by query, and this is the item by path. Okay. So if I see here, this is the parent of the deals slash child. This way you can represent, or double slash. This is the double forward slashes and star icon. It will also work that one. Now I will show. And finally, what I'm doing is I am returning this target 11. That means all the deals. I'm displaying that one. Just I'm copying from code snippet. So if I see here, this is the INumerable collection of these base deals, and from this one, like just use the attributes mapping, that's fine. And I'm looping the model deals. I'm showing the image and what is the name of the product, what is the start price. These two I'm showing that one. Let me check now. I will deploy the code. I will publish in local, and I will try to be, shall I add it here? No, So I will add that one as the last one. Okay, it is saying that one is rendering has been recursively embedded within itself. That means the action method is calling itself. It is in a loop. Let me check here. So if I go there is a possibility. There is a, yeah, this is the view underscore start. It will be again here also calling the layout. This may be the reason. Just I'm commenting that. I'm publishing again. So I'm refreshing. Okay, I think now it is working fine. So if you face the issue of the action method is calling recursively, please try to check anywhere the layout is calling again. Okay, now if I see here, the three deals are displayed. First image I am showing that one. Under the image, this is the first deal is Hyderabad. There is the image is a very bigger one, and this is the price of that one. If I see the second one, and this is the London and 1000, and third one is the Sydney and $500. Okay, now the products we read. Now I showed that on how you need to read from like not from the previously I read from data from the page and displayed. Now I'm reading from different route of the content. Now I will debug and show. So just refreshing this one, jumping here. If I see, this is the one scenario. So here I am passing the path, get item, I am passing the path. Okay, the path also if I see, I am giving the London one. So you can see the details. Now if I see here, this is another way to calling the get item. Okay, this is by using the options. Options are three types. One is the get item by ID, get item by path, get item by query. This is the ID, so I'm passing this ID here. So we got the Hyderabad details because this is the ID I'm passing here. Second one is a path, same like the similar way, but using the options. Okay, I got the London one. Third one is by query. The query I'm giving that one, I'm giving the root path /star, and within this one I'm saying contain any of the product name is a city. Try to fetch it. Okay, we have the city details here. Now if I jump on the by query, if I see that is the get item, this is the get items by query. I am giving the root path /star. Okay, even the method also get items. You can see the result, three products are there. In similar way, this is another one /star I gave that. You can give the /star or /star, both will give the same result. Three are there. Finally, this object, multiple result I am passing here, that's why you can see that one. Okay, now that's fine. Now here, up to now, we are retrieving. Now I want to create part of the CRUD operation. I want to create this one. If I click on the create new deal, I want to do the post action and create the deal. For that one, I have already copied from the snippet. So if I see here, add deal, this is a post. Here what I am doing is, first of all, I am get parent item and I am creating the deal. So what is the route where I want to create the product? Okay, I want to see that one. So before this one, what I am doing is just I am reading how many products are there. So to giving the name of my new product, I want to just attaching. Okay, if already four deals are there, I want to add the deal name / this is the fifth one, like sixth one, like this one. Okay, so here I hard coded the parent path. This is the root path of that one. I give the ID. By ID, I got the parent item, and here what I am doing is For the create item, I'm calling the method from the Sitecore service. I'm passing first parameter as a parent item. Second one is the what is the product I want to. Here I prepared the product here. The what new deal hyphen. The already deals count is a 4 is there. 4 plus 1 5 will be there. The deals I'm adding this one and some hard coding things. Image also I hard coded. Okay, this is where I'm creating this one. If I see here, this name is different than like what we called on the above in the deals. This is a Sitecore service. This is a master Sitecore. So what is this one? So by default, if you use the dependency injection of the Sitecore service, by default, the Sitecore service contains the database as a web. Anything you are creating or getting, everything will hit the web. Even if you want to create directly, it will create in the web. But actual while creating, first you need to create in the master. From the master, you have to publish that item to the web. So for that one, the what in I'm not using the dependency here. I created the Sitecore service here. I declared this one as a master. Okay, for the testing purpose. Now I use that master object here. The rest of the functional is same. So once I got the new deal here itself, after creating the master here, this will create the product in the master, and I'm taking the ID and I'm passing to the publish item. It will take care regarding to the publishing the item to the web. So here also what I'm saying is I will read this item from the master and just I'm calling the publishing to the web. Okay, so here is just like I'm clearing the caches, these are all. So now I will also debug and show this one. Okay, all the deal is there. I'm clicking on the create new deal. It hit this one. Already 3 deals are there. Okay, so by the parent ID, I'm getting the parent ID. Okay, parent ID is there. I pass this one. If I see here, the name will be there. Already 3 are there. This is 4. New deal is 4. So already deal is created in the master. Okay, I am passing this one to publish. It will publish and again redirect into the deals. Okay, just if I refresh this one again, so if I see here, deals 4 is there already. Deal 4 is there. If I just I will there are the 4. Previously it was 3 are there. You can create this way. So now we covered all the things like how to be, what is a Glass.Mapper. Now you can see this one, how easy the Glass.Mapper to create or do all the CRUD operations, and the code is very clean because within the single line it will fetch it and it will convert everything. Now if I want to debug the code also, like you can go to their GitHub, because Glass.Mapper. You can see the Glass.Mapper GitHub and you can go to the source. For example, these are all there. If you want, you can also go and look the code if anything functionality is not working. Yeah, I think you can go through this one, like if you have any doubts how the logic is implemented, if something is not working, you can just go and watch the source code. This is the source code of that one, and whatever the code I returned here, therefore part of the today demo, if you want to access, which I already uploaded to my GitHub. So just I will also give this URL part of the comment section of the video once I upload it to the YouTube. So GitHub. So if I see here, this is the Sitecore MVC.Glass.Mapper. That's some complete source code was there. If you click on this one, okay, two are there. This is the source code, as well as I gave the Sitecore package also. First you can install in the Sitecore so that all the template, images and the deals, everything is created. So if you see here, this is the zip you can install first and you can publish to the web. Then this is a source code where I can also show quickly. in the basics, I go there in the controllers. You have, this is the, like, if I see the whatever the code was there, I specified, everything I was there. This is the deals, the all logic is there, and this is the add deals, everything is there, so you can also go through that one. And thanks for watching. If you want like any further videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.